Taking always important.
Well, as far as I can remember, we started up like us being in the cave, and we'd explored a few things, and I forgot to level up and stuff. That was last week. So thing, but this time we started delving deeper into the cave and fighting a lot of the same things that we were.
But learning how to fight them.
Exactly. Learning how to like not like.
Die.
Yeah. And then Tanner slammed face first into a wall jumping over the river. I think. It was you,
no,
wasn't it, Tanner?
That was not me.
Oh.
That was
Wasn't that Angus?
That was Angus, yeah.
That was Angus.
Because
You're
I did
talking
a
about
sweet...
falling face first into the river.
Well, yeah. Well, no, you didn't fall face first into the river. I think like you ran across the chasm and then you rolled so high that you just kind of kept going and then you slammed against the wall.
No,
that was
High Roller.
that was High Roller.
That was High Roller. Okay.
He spun up and just embedded himself into the wall.
Yeah.
And I don't remember much more because my memory is very spotty. So
I got
sorry.
poisoned.
You did get poisoned. That's right. Forgot about that. And I found out that shocking. Oh, and I found out that shocking grass works really well on these motherfuckers. I mean, and you were saying, Eden?
Oh, I was just gonna say I kept getting rolled so bad that Tanner started getting pissed off and frothing at the mouth.
And then once we got across the river, that's where the session ended.
Yeah, and we
So-
took a
Long.
long rest.
You guys actually took a long rest, okay?
And so,
Yes.
yeah, if there's spots that I missed, feel free to fill them in.
The only major thing that I can really remember that has relevance, like moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
is that in addition to getting poisoned, I got an antitoxin as well as an alchemist kit.
Oh yeah.
And I decided not to drink the antitoxin straight away. Instead, I decided to use my long rest, succeeding, thankfully, to figure out how to get more use out of the potion. Being able to make 2 potions. Drinking 1, but still losing health at my long rest as per the potion's conditions. But we still have 1 powerful antitoxin.
That's correct.
Which is going to be nice if
Why do I have a
somebody
feeling-
gets a particularly nasty poison.
Why do I have this feeling that you're just gonna keep using that one to kind of like stretch it out? Like when you put like water in a shampoo bottle to get every little bit of the shampoo out of there.
Next thing you know, you're washing your hair with just suds.
Yep. Oh, because that
It's
is
like-
literally what you do with it.
Yeah. It's like you're not not poisoned anymore, but like you feel a bit better.
Maybe. You're trying to convince yourself.
I mean, Chester certainly tried to convince others he was okay.
Some people caught on.
Tanner definitely didn't like the fact that Chester was already poisoned, because I believe that was noticed by Chester as well as a couple others. But then Chester also immediately volunteered himself to jump across the bridge and help people.
Angus is still poisoned, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I don't think anyone is currently poisoned.
Good.
Yeah, yours from the exploder is gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that one was simple. That was just a little medicine check, and I swabbed your nose.
All right. I don't know why. I thought it was poisoned or something.
You were.
You were. Definitely you were.
You were until somebody helped you.
Okay. And then with that, as you guys come out of the long rest, you notice that Jet and High Roller specifically don't seem to be doing too well, at least right now. They're not sick, they're not poisoned, but they definitely need a bit of, time to themselves just to recuperate and kind of get back in the swing of things. So they basically just say, go on ahead. We'll be trailing up behind.
Plot bubble.
Well, I suppose with that is everyone else ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Let's hit the trail.
Have no choice.
Guys, there's one of those things out there.
As you
Wait.
make your way a little bit further down into the caverns, this one doesn't go any further down. It actually just continues to go straight. And there's a moment where you contemplate for a second. How deep are we? Where are we, actually, like in terms of the real world? And there's a point where you have to just stop and think. But that time is brought immediately quickly short as you round a tunnel and you are opened into a wider, massive, open cavern with a small spire of a stalagmite, essentially, stretching out from the ground to the ceiling in the center of it. Crystals illuminate the cavern every which way. So light doesn't seem to be too much of an issue, at least while you're close to these prismatic gemstones. But that does mean that things can be lurking in the darkness. What would you like to do?
I turn to the group. Alright. I think this one's gonna be fifth one we blow up with the torch today. Or I hope it's the same day as today. As I go to light a torch.
Ilaria steps back.
I instruct everybody, step back, please.
Can I get some room to step back, please?
There's a wall behind.
There we go. Just double check to make sure. Okay. Should be safe in this spot, correct?
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you remember it being 25 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet?
No.
I remember it being 20 feet distinctly.
What?
I wonder why you remember.
I'm in situations sometimes.
Occasionally.
Alright. This was what, a dexterity throw?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Say, how many torches you got in that bag of yours?
10.
10 hits. Pop.
I am down to 6.
Have you not been picking them back up afterwards?
No. I have been forgetting. Bruna has been face palming the entire time.
They're probably covered in those spores. You don't want to touch them.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Also, that being said, in the event, where would the torch even be? Because as far as we know, like, I'm throwing it and then the thing's exploding.
So basically what's happening is you're lighting it, you chuck it, it hits it, it goes and then your torch is somewhere within that 20-foot radius.
Ah, I see. Okay. Can I make a perception roll to see where it is?
You may. You are not in dim light, so go ahead. There's no disadvantage here.
8.
Perception is an 8. Nice. You give it a quick look around. You can't find your torch.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing I used the torch and not something else. Damn it. He's just grumbling to himself because he can't find the torch.
You do notice 2 additional plants that are kind of like tucked up on raised, kind of like just parts of like raised earth, almost like they're being put on a stage.
I nudge over at Chester. What do you think? I've got a beat on 2 of these fungi, but I can't really see anywhere else.
If memory serves correctly, what we should do is walk slowly around them and leave them alone. Otherwise, they tend to be annoying.
Well, no, wait. I agree with the one that's closer, but what about the one that's far away? Sure, it's got movement, but that much movement?
If we can just sneak by it, I suggest not wasting anything trying to kill it.
You're no fun.
Get it, okay?
This isn't about fun. This is about A, survival, and B, getting a job done.
No, I think a little bit of it's got to be in the fun. But I
I mean,
digress.
if it's not fun, then why are we here?
Thanks.
Exactly. I turn to Bruno, who is just not having any of it.
You do seem to notice that there is a slight stairwell over to your left that kind of, descends down the little raised area that you are in currently in the center of the cavern. It's kind of like bi-leveled. You also have a feeling that if you were to have a combat here, any transition from lower to higher is difficult terrain, just so you're aware. Same thing with stairs. But there's a staircase to your left, and there is just the outcroppings of a staircase to your right as well. But it is...
It's showing me a chest here, but...
I was about to say, yes, you do see that. It is almost pitch black, and just the edge of the chest is shown kind of glinting off of the light there.
Hey, Angus. Do you,
Yes?
I can't believe I'm saying this sentence out loud, but do you notice any other plant life?
Do I?
Other than the 2 violet funguses, right now you don't, but you could make a nature investigation or perception check to possibly see more that you don't see currently.
I will do that. What are my options?
Investigation, perception, nature.
What is my investigation? Yeah, we're just gonna use that for sure.
With that, by the way, Eden,
Doesn't seem like there's anything else. I mean, from what you can see, there is, the 2 fungus there, but it's a pretty big cavern.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything else.
aren't your bangs covering your eyes?
There's more to seeing than sight.
No, we uncovered one eye with a hair clip.
Thank you.
I remember distinctly getting one of those plastic butterfly clips when we were...
A single stream of blood starts to just flow down Chester's nose.
Just an aneurysm.
Take 1 point of psychic damage, Jester.
Chester,
How many?
are you okay?
1.
One. Okay. Fine. Just mild aneurysm. That's all. I'm all right. I'm fine.
I should probably get that checked.
Hey, what's over here? Oh, my arrow key stopped working.
I do have an interest in this cavern that's up above. I'm
I
gonna
would like
start to move
investigate
closer.
the chest down here.
Okay. That will be with disadvantage because it is in darkness.
And I do take precaution to make sure my gloves are on before I touch it.
Okay.
Alright, investigation?
Yes.
Prestidigitation is just dim light, right?
Prestidigitation is not
Sure, we'll go
light
up to.
in the slightest.
I thought it said you could go up to dim light.
You create like a harmless sensory effect, such as sparks or a shower of glitter. The chest seems, like you kind of put your hands on it, kind of feel around. It's relatively big. You kind of like look around, feeling in the darkness, and you're just like fumbling for everything, and you hear what sounds to be a padlock. You're
I just want to say something about.
not too sure at this point. It's kind of hard to decipher what the heck's going on here.
Rough time to leave the younger bunny brother behind, huh?
You're telling me.
You want to take a crack at it?
Well, I could always give it a shot.
Unlock it with weird mind powers.
Well, I don't know if I can do that, but hey, what's the worst that could happen? I get poisoned again? Don't answer that.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
I was about to say non-canon. Now I was just about to say yes.
Wait! Before you even touch it, Tanner's gonna take their gloves off and hand the pair of them to you.
They'll take it.
Good thing too. As Tanner hands them to you, a little bit of spore comes down off of them. You just kind of shake them out, put them on.
Alright, I am going to give it.
They are 2 sizes too large.
Hey, a glove is a glove.
Glove is a glove, yep.
Gloves are gloves.
I am going to make my own investigation check if I am able.
You are?
If I'm not proficient in it, it doesn't matter how big the modifier is. I just can't.
It would have been with disadvantage as well because it's darkness.
Well, let's see if I get a natural 1.
No.
Fuck you, roll
So,
20.
You kind of feel around for it as well. You kind of jiggle again what you think is probably a padlock, but it's hard to tell at this point. It's a pretty big chest, though. It seems to be made of a combination of like stone moorings, like on the corners and the ridges. The like weaker parts of it seem to be made of stone, and the rest of it's just made of like a slapdash metal. So it's a little bit more fancy than the ones you've been opening previously.
So does it seem like it can be opened then?
It seems like it can be opened, you're just going to have a real hard time.
Superb.
If you can get light in there, it might be better.
I was about to say, hey GM, I got a crazy idea.
Okay?
With all the random bullshit I've been pulling out of my pockets this entire time. If I have you think of a number, and I roll a D100, would I be able to pull out a lighter if it lands close enough?
Don't roll a D100, roll a D20. Yes, I'm going to say anywhere between 16 and 19.
I pull out an Allen wrench.
You pull out a matchbook. So it'll create dim light, which still has disadvantage on perception, but you can create light from darkness.
Can I throw a torch at him?
I was going to
Yes,
say, where's
you
one
can
of those
throw a
torches?
torch.
Chester immediately turns back to everyone. So I'm pretty sure someone has a spell that is capable of producing light. I am like 99% sure. And yeah, I'll stream it real quick.
Actually, I got him.
As soon as Chester says this, I think you can see me in the back, but you just see Nyla starting to prepare to light a torch, and it's just trying to get the trajectory right.
Ace, if you throw that at me, I cannot be held responsible for what enters your body.
Well, worst case scenario, whatever comes at me will know the fiery pits of a hellish rebuke. And I throw the torch near the chest.
Fantastic.
Do I have to make a dex save to catch this thing?
No.
Must I make a dexterity throw?
No.
Okay.
Tanner is trying desperately to use the matches to light a cigar.
I'm gonna hold the light up to try and get a decent look at this fucking chest.
There you go. Yeah, easily enough. The more interesting thing that you notice, because you have a passive perception that's relatively decent.
Nope.
and-
No,
No?
it's terrible. Passive perception is wisdom, not intelligence.
That's right.
I
yeah.
have a negative.
That's
Also,
fair.
he's only got one eye.
Mm-hmm. Tanner, your passive perception is pretty decent. As soon as the thrown torch kind of like lands over by where you are, you notice this thing. I'll zoom that in for you. Just kind of
Pretty.
jutting out from the side. And Chester.
I might be concerned if I had noticed this.
It's on the wrong side. You can't see it.
Oh my god, you're right. That fits so well.
In seeing this flower, can I use Awaken Mind to let Angus know?
You can let Angus know, yes. But first thing that happens is this. This is with advantage because you don't see it. And you're
But I cannot
essentially
be surprised if that helps.
You cannot be surprised.
I cannot be surprised.
So does a 6 hit you?
No.
So as the torch illuminates, Tanner, you see this thing just go, and Chester just like, what? And you look over and you see this thing, kind of just off into the distance. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, hell.
Make sure to click on your cursor and make sure to do
Yes.
tradition.
Nihilus. You appear to
Okay.
be first.
So, let's see. Excuse me. I'm going to... Okay, now, with the lighting now as it is, can I see this critter?
Yes.
If that is the case, then I'm going to make an Eldritch Blast at the creature.
Those
You're
references.
Eldritch blasting this one.
Yes.
10 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I keep
7.
telling everyone to just leave those ones alone.
So,
Do you want them to sneak us? Fuck. Let me try that again. Do you want them to sneak on us from behind?
as you say that,
Ah!
Leave them alone! This is why I keep telling you to leave them alone! Come on! Listen to the one with the intelligence score of 18!
I love these things.
Chester, you want
Alaria
something?
looks over at Angus and is like, "Really?
I have an
Really?
intelligence of 7.
We didn't even try talking first.
Nope.
Go ahead, Eden.
No, I'm just like, I have an intelligence score of 7. I'm looking at mine. It's roughly the same spot.
Exactly.
So that's your action, Nihilus. You still have your movement and your bonus if you want to use them.
Now, question: can I use my bonus action to help one of my teammates get unfree, or to get free?
You can give them advantage on their attempt to break free, yes.
Okay, so in doing so, I will make my movement over to here, and then I will help Aurelia.
Fuck is that?
So Aurelia, if you
Ah,
choose
that's the
to
sound of my
use-
air conditioner dying. 1 second.
If you choose to use your action, you can break free of it. If you choose to use your bonus action, you have advantage on trying to break out of it.
So, you see Nihilus just shoot the plant. The plant rushes over and restrains, and then Amelia's, oh, no. He's just dashing over to you, and he still has a thorn in his side from Angus and his plant endeavors. So he's gonna go over to Aurelia. I'm so sorry about that. Turns to Angus. So much for you. More so over for you.
Okay, Hilaria, it is your turn.
Valeria just sighs. And she's like, really? Fine, I'll handle this. And she casts Shocking Grasp.
Okay. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
One point left.
Seeing,
It looks fucking hurt.
yeah, seeing that didn't like finish it off, Valeria just like throws her cards down. God damn it! And I'll use my bonus action to draw a new 5.
Oh, okay. You're trying to get that first level spell. Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Tanner, you're up. You see this thing is currently attempting to reach out and touch Chester.
Reach out and touch
Me. I was thinking the same thing.
That's the intention. And then you see your two friends over here get restrained, and Nihilus come up and try to break free.
They look like they're doing fine. I'm gonna try and. I don't have 2 micro. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna try and take a shot at the flower that's trying to surprise Chester.
Okay, go ahead.
Ears open.
12 is exactly its armor class, so go ahead and roll damage, but it's half damage.
Oh, right.
Yeah, glancing blow.
Well, I'm gonna use Strafing Strike to increase the hit die.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Jesus.
I am so done with this fucking dog.
He has been vocal today.
Seven points of damage. Nice. So that's rounded down to 3. Okay. You still have your bonus action. You still have your movement if you want to use it.
I have a bonus.
You've got Hunter's Mark. Granted, it only applies for you, but still.
I didn't even make a dent on this stupid flower, did I?
I'll show you a helper. That's a tool tip. How do I show aura?
Take your time, Sky Voice.
Oh, now I can like barely hear the music. Fuck.
There we go. Visible to everyone. There you go. That's stealth.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Hunter's
So it
Mark.
went from that to that. Okay, it is now Hunter's marked. Put a skull and crossbones over it.
Locked for death.
It is. It's not bad. Okay. And then that is the end of your turn. You still have your movement.
I ain't gonna move nowhere.
Okay.
I have perfect line of sight on both enemies if I need it.
You sure you don't want to use its first racing strike?
Fuck, you're right.
You're welcome.
Over here.
There you go. Angus, you're up. As you see Tanner just like double check back at them, they're like, they're fine. Loads a crossbow bolt, fires it, casts out this like how what does Hunter's Mark look like for you?
So, it's interesting because there's like a little yellow glint in Tanner's eye. for just a brief moment. And you see traces of black smoke withering around this plant.
Nice. So there doesn't appear to be like a connection to it, but these two things happen simultaneously. So you feel
Yeah.
just Tanner's done something.
And Tanner's chewing on their fucking cigar.
So, what would you like to do, Angus?
Angus is still restrained, right?
You are still restrained, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to. Actually, I can still like fire from this position, right?
You can you can fire from the position.
Okay. I am going to shoot it.
Dex save. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
I said, you shooting it. It has to make a dex save. No, it does not make the dex save.
Okay. Coach gun.
5 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice. So, Ilaria.
Sticking up the wall.
Yeah. So, Ilaria, you like, and you see like the electrical pulses like surging through every part of its body. You see like chloroplasts on its tentacles and tendrils start like popping and bursting, and then you see Angus just come back down with his gun and just, and it is missed.
Hilaria looks over and is just like, nice. And she offers a fist bump.
Angus just has his arms tied up by the plant and just wiggles his shoulder.
So you still have your bonus action. You can attempt to break free as a bonus action if you would like to.
Yeah, I'll attempt to break free.
Okay, that would be a athletics check. That is enough to break free.
Nice.
So you are no longer restrained. You still have your movement if you
Alright.
want to use it.
And I will move over here, next to Tanner.
We're breaking free. Alright. Well, that being said, moving on to the next person in initiative, which is not Chester.
Of course, things got higher initiative than me. Ah,
It's, you're listening to Shroomman 9.1.
Listen to that. I'll be honest. I'd listen to that. I would.
Okay.
Totally listen to that.
As these things emerge from the ground, where there's a... You start to understand now that they seem to only emerge where there are pockets of crystals that are embedded into the floor. But that is the end of their turn. They burrow upwards. So Chester, it is your turn.
excellent. Since it's the beginning of the day, I'm going to go ahead and ignore difficult terrain and an opportunity attack, Misty Step.
Beautiful.
Granted, no bonus action, but regardless, doesn't matter, because, yeah. Fuck.
8 misses.
I look mildly annoyed as the knife returns to me.
You still have the rest of your movement if you want to use it.
No, this thing's in range for me right now.
Okay. It is now C5 Fungus's turn. And it
Ain't
can
it
move
dead?
30,
There are some
There's
of them.
another one.
Still, there's more.
20. That's the end of its turn.
That's a lot of movement.
Use this action to dash. So,
I see.
Bulbous Violet is now going to. It's a melee weapon, 10 for 3. Okay. So it is going to use all of its movement to get here. And it is going to attack. It's going to go for the one that still wants to deal with its treasure. So, Jester. Does a 13 hit you?
Miss.
Fantastic.
Wait, melee attack. Chester's the space back. Isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I don't like that.
Reach. Reach is a thing.
Reach is a thing. And that appears. Oh nope. What you see after it like extends a tendril towards you, but you're alert. You're aware. You easily duck out of the way, and it's not a problem. You see as the tendril kind of comes back, its flower head kind of just twists a little bit more, and the the stem that connects it to the rest of its body kind of gets just a little bit bigger. Not too sure what that means. It is now this thing's turn, and that is going to move its there. That's the end of that turn. Nihilus, you're up. Valeria, you're on deck.
I think in this instance, I'm gonna go with, because of the health bar. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the plant that
Okay.
is attacking
Yeah.
Chester.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then since I'm level 2, I can cast this at 2nd level, correct?
No.
No. Okay, first level.
The warlock, I think they upgraded based on your proficiency bonus.
Gotcha. All right. Does a 10 hit? Or is it makes a DC wisdom save
it
of
makes
13?
a wisdom save. So let's see.
Yeah, that's the damage.
Natural 20. Unfortunately,
Always with the saves with us. What is it with Dissonant Whispers and fucking natural 20 saves?
I don't
Every time
know.
any of us cast it.
It still takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away, which is
Okay.
still
So
good.
it'll take 5.
5 points of psychic damage. That's still not bad.
So you kind of just hear very subtly seeing the plant attacking Chester. Nihilus gets a little serious for a moment and tries to go over Dissonant Whispers and says, "Peer into the abyss." But I don't think it understood it and mostly got confused by the attack. and got
Yeah,
Nihilus,
use
it ain't
confusion.
got eyes.
Nihilus used confusion. It's super effective. You still have your movement, and you still have your bonus action if you want to use it. With the plant dead, you can use your bonus action to free Ilaria.
Oh, I can. Cool.
Yes.
I will do that. I will use my bonus action to free Aurelia.
Ilaria, you
Sorry.
are no longer restrained.
Yay!
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. You just see Bruno kind of like fidget with his fingers as to show that he's sorry too.
Larry gets a little squished to Bruno. It's okay.
And then I'm gonna move over to where Angus is.
Okay. Ilaria, it is your turn. You have
All
been freed
right.
by Nihilus.
Let's see here. 5, 10. Oh, that's an ugly bugger.
That's right, you haven't seen it yet.
Let's see here. What can I do? I always forget where my character sheet is.
If you put it up on your screen and then you double click the top of it, it'll minimize. So you don't have to go looking through menus.
I usually kind of like just pop it out from the window to another window.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I used to do that too a lot, but I like the popping stuff. It's so nice.
Ilaria just gets frustrated. Like, she thinks for a second and she like looks at her card and she's like, God damn it. And so she tosses her entire hand down and draws more cards with the bonus action. She's like, oh, thank God. And she casts Magic Missile.
It's just straight up magic missile, okay.
I like to say before the magic missile gets made, like now Siege can throw the cards down for like the second time and go, "You were a fan of 52 card pickup, weren't you?"
Well, the good thing with these is I don't really have to pick them up. they just come back on their own. It's a perk of these cards.
Kill the thing, kill the thing, kill the thing, kill the thing, kill the thing.
Alright, hold your horses.
It wants me.
It wants my hot prince body.
Not like that, Chester. Or Chester. Tanner. I'm okay.
I think the only way I'm going to get this to work is if I upcast it.
There we go.
No,
I could
I don't-
hear that.
Okay, so that's 3, 5, and yeah, so that's the regular magic missile. It's though I can only enter 2 of them in the damage top thing. So
So you
this
do
is how I'm
twice-
gonna
yeah,
have
you
to do it.
twice. I like that though. Okay.
3, 8, 13 to it.
And it's force damage. Nice.
Mhm. Feeling a little more satisfied with herself, she just kind of stands there smug and just, all right, you guys finish it off. I did my part.
Are you going to move?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna stay behind Chester.
Gotta. So yeah, you extend this card and it just like you throw it. It breaks into 3 and just right into it. Tanner, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Once again, gonna try. I keep forgetting it. I have a little thing down here. Gonna try again to hit it with the crossbow.
Okay. Just barely hits. So again, the way that glancing blow works, if you're one below or at the AC, it hits it for half damage.
Girl, we're gonna have to get you a new crossbow.
Get us some new D20 rolls, more like. Jesus Christ.
Let me roll the damage and then roll the hunter's mark.
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We haven't done the tradition
Oh, no.
yet, if we would like to start that now.
I mentioned it. Come on.
Hang on, let's get that.
There's all the 20s. Fuck.
Alright.
It's just re-roll the whole attack.
Yeah.
So you want me to reroll the
Yeah,
hit and
re-roll the head. Yeah.
Just-
That's
There
so
we
much
go.
better.
Okay, and then hunter's mark. So 6 points of damage. Nice. It's looking pretty hurt right now.
It's within range as to where I could kill it if I can actually hit anything, apparently.
And I am going to move away.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing everything starting to approach on us, and I am not liking that.
It is also worthwhile noting, as you shoot the crossbow at it, the stem connected to its body gets a little bit more bloated. Does that
Angus, I hope you can take it out in one hit, because that thing ain't look pretty.
Got this.
Does that end your turn,
Oh,
Cam?
no. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Angus, you're up.
I like how he said I got this.
You know,
You're not
I'm
going
gonna
to talk
talk to it, but you know, maybe that's not the-
I'm pretty
Answer.
sure it's just going to explode, so maybe not, like, trying to careless whispers it.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my saxophone and then I'm gonna
Is that what?
Pull
Please
out-
tell me that's just what you call your shotgun. Please tell me you just named your shotgun the saxophone. I hope that's what you mean.
All right. I'm gonna start by pulling out my coach gun, and then I'm going to just, I'm gonna whisper to it. I'm gonna start, praising it. I'm gonna say, oh, you're so good at your job. You've served me so well, And by that I mean I'm going to bestow a gunpowder blessing upon it.
Yep. 5.
And then I'm going to fire it. Roll wheel.
Yeah, it doesn't meet the DC, 7 points of damage. Still looks like it's alive. Just fucking barely, though.
Alright, so, it's, I got a 4, and that means it has and my thing has the gunpowder, property. So that 4 becomes an exploding dice. Right?
Does it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, if I roll the highest on my, the highest on a die, it becomes an exploding die.
Double check that. Because if that's the case, that's fucking epic, but... What is the feature called?
Gunpowder Blessing, and it bestows the gunpowder weaponry property upon it,
Touch
which...
an action... Okay. So you would have needed to use the action to bestow the blessing upon it, and therefore you wouldn't have been able to fire it this turn.
Oh, okay. So... Right. I guess I just whisper to it. And then do nothing, because I wouldn't be able to kill it anyway.
What was that? What?
Listen, okay, I have to get ready, okay? I can't just shoot it, you know?
As you shoot it, you see the stem again on its body get a little bit more big. It is now these things' turns. 1. I just barely can't get you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't afraid to kick something kindergartner size.
I'm sorry, are we playing D&D or are we playing Dead Space? Jesus.
Bruno is just cowering in my pocket.
That was great.
Jester, what's Dead Space?
Don't worry about it.
So one of them seems to be able to get you. It's gonna bludgeon you with a fist.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. So it's like, I'm not afraid to hit something that hits like a kindergartner too. It's easy. It's slow. It's like dragging itself behind. It's just like, poof. You're like, yeah.
Like,
It,
Tanner is just so unimpressed. It's just like, are you kidding me?
So,
yeah.
Call that a punch?
That was lackluster. Chester, you're up. What would you like to do?
So he's noticing that that Allie was specifically staying behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to turn around with a smirk, jump back behind her, and throw 2 daggers.
Ellie sees this and she's like, what the fuck?
Go ahead.
You do it to me, I do it to you. Alright, first one's aimed at the flower.
15 hits it. Go ahead.
Alright, I'll go ahead and roll damage.
5 points of damage. Okay. So, I would like everyone.
Uh-oh.
Where is life? Here we go. Never mind. No one is within range of it, so as you embed the kukri into its body, you see the stem just kind of go. This whole area, if I could actually click on the tool that I need, would be really great. That whole area is now covered in this like acidic poison. Just a pool of it. As it's slowly burning away the dirt and it's not smelling the best.
Question. Is it corroding the padlock?
That's a good question.
That is a very
Immediately
good
goes for
question.
die. That's how you know you asked a great fucking
That
question.
is a very good question. I'm going to say higher is better for you. Okay. It seems like it got on the padlock.
Well, it's gonna be there for a little while anyway, so let's hope it works its magic in a minute.
But that is the that is its reaction to
Die.
yeah.
So I still have a kukri left.
You do still have a kukri.
And some movement, but first and foremost, the second kukri will be at the thing that is engaged with Tanner.
Okay.
No, I ain't engaged to this thing.
Even with your smartassery, I'm not changing my mind.
Eden, inspiration.
Fair. This is fair.
2 one-liners right in a row. That was good.
That's what Tanner is all about.
So 14 to hit,
Obscure references that nobody in universe should be able to make.
6 piercing.
That is enough to kill it.
Hilarious
And-
sees this happen, and she's like, "See, I knew you had my back."
You have no idea how actually correct you are, though very cute trying to throw me in the middle of danger. Flicks your nose and then moves over here, so he'll be taking the full brunt of getting ensnared.
Okay.
I had that one planned from the start, and that is my turn.
Okay.
Come on, Hector, you wouldn't even let me punt this thing across the room?
There's still another one.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just realized this thing can't climb up difficult terrain. Okay, so over here, 10. It can still just barely get in range of you.
It treks down the stairs with like Squidward sound effects.
So, let's see how many attacks this thing gets to make against you. 2. 1. 2.
It does not hit.
6 points of necrotic damage, Jester.
Oh!
That was a good roll. Alright.
Yeah, Chester ain't looking the best.
That appears to be it. It's now the Gaspor's turn. That is as close as that gets. Tanner, that thing's
I did
coming
not know
around.
those things moved.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that thing's coming around the corner now.
They move very slowly, though.
Nihilus.
Oh shoot!
That was its dash action to move 20 feet, by the way.
Wait, it
10
wait,
feet of movement total, normally.
Wow.
Big, slow, low AC.
Yep.
I would recommend not touching that thing until I get out of range. I'd like to not
If you
die
can,
today.
if you can deal with it, then that will work. Otherwise, I'm a torch, but I digress.
I'm a little close for comfort.
It's Nihilus. What do you
That
do?
is the. I'm going to. Move just a little bit down, and then I'm going to cast Thorn Whip on the fungus that's next to Jester.
Thorn Whip is 30 feet.
I got
okay.
it from the spell sniper.
Got it. Okay.
So, 2.
2 points of piercing damage. Cool. And it gets brought, if I remember correctly, 10 feet closer to you?
If the creature is large or smaller,
It is
you
not.
pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to me.
You don't have to, though.
Don't have to. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. Pulling it wouldn't exactly do anything except for give the fungus down here a chance
Okay.
at Chester. So,
Are you pulling it closer to you?
no.
Okay.
So you just see Nihilus kind of bend down, and you see him place his hand down on the ground, and you hear this like sound of digging coming from below you, Chester, as a thing of thorns comes up and stabs it in like the center mass.
Oh, that's great. So it's just like just rip it out. Awesome. You still have the remainder of your movement, and you still have the bonus action if you want to use them.
I don't think I have anything for a bonus action. Actually, quick question: does Blade Ward count as bonus action,
No,
or is
it
it
is
an
an
action?
action.
That's an action. Okay. Yep. I will end my turn.
Okay. Valeria, you're up.
Valeria sees that thing come and smack the shit out of Chester, and she's like, Chester! And so she dashes over to it. I guess right there. And, how's it looking?
Pretty healthy.
Pretty healthy? She thinks for a second. And in a state of panic, she casts another magic missile at it.
Okay.
$11.
All right. So, as you just again point range, like you're running at it as you're throwing the card, and it just. And as you get right up against it, you realize, oh wait, you are both restrained. Not it. It is not restrained. That would be interesting. Yeah, it will use its reaction, and you both are restrained. You just run right up against top of it, and you realize that you're stepping foot into the vines that are coming up from the ground and trying to entrap you.
Can I use my bonus action to try to free Chester?
You may. It would
Okay.
be athletics.
Athletics. Oh god, that's real good for me. There we go.
Holy shit!
Nice.
So Chester, you are no longer restrained as Ilaria just comes and runs, throws a card, gets adjacent to you. You're like, no, wait. God damn. And then you look down at your own feet, and she's just hacked away at the vines already.
Excellent.
Get back.
Tanner.
I'm pretty predictable at this point.
You know, that's how I am on my monk and my Strahd campaign. It's pretty much, oh yeah, Radiant Sunbolt. I am a one-trick pony.
That hits.
I was gonna say,
The
yeah.
big one?
Yeah. So it is.
I don't even need to roll, dude.
No, it 1 hit point. So you just kind of like dive out of the way as you're aiming your crossbow, and just.
Okay, now question: do the shroom guys get affected?
They are immune to poison.
Boo.
And let me see. I still have like 20 feet of movement.
You do.
I'm moving down here for cover amongst my allies.
Okay.
Meat shields.
Not quite. That's kind of. I'm sure you know.
No, but it's funny.
You still have your bonus action if you want to use it.
I ain't got nothing.
Okay.
I'm saving my spell slots for good berry.
Got it. Worst.
Fair.
Fair. Very fair. Angus, you are up. What would you like to do?
I will run over. Oh yeah, that's funny. Gonna run over to this thing, and I am just going to
Hunt it.
just gonna kneel over it, pat it on the head, and ask if it wants to sit this one out.
Persuasion
No!
check with disadvantage because you are currently in combat.
Oh no.
Please,
And this
please.
is your action to talk to the thing, so.
Okay.
Please.
fast
I
done.
love it. Chester hates you with every fiber of his being, but I love it so fucking much.
Same here.
Okay. I'm sorry. Rolling. Persuasion.
It's not even a plant, it's a fungus. That's a completely different thing.
I bet he thinks he's a fun guy.
It is ironically dictated in D&D as a small plant. It's going to make a wisdom save with a DC 6 as its base. So, you're like, do you want to set this one out? And you see as it's like fist seems to just get bigger. You have your bonus action. What would you like to do? You still have your movement as well. I think 10 more feet.
All right. Angus is just gonna. Angus sees it clench its fist, and he just sort of like stumbles back, like 10 more feet.
Yep.
Yeah. Like 10 more feet back to Nihilus.
Okay.
Yeah, how did talking to the fucking fungus go?
Oh, look what you did. It followed you home.
Does an 11 hit you? Angus, does an 11 hit you?
No, it does not.
Does not hit you. Okay. This thing can move through allies, so it will. It seems to have used its dash to get to you.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Excellent, because plan is had.
Chester, you're up. What would you like to do? Something has just appeared right next to you.
One moment,
Sour.
please, and his left eye is going to open as some temporal radiance begins to flow around him using his second wind.
Okay.
I believe that's a D10 plus fighter level.
It is a D10 plus your fighter level, yes.
Cool. D10. Then this will just be this plus 2. Excellent. That doesn't help me. I'm back up to double digits, but... Well, that was disappointing, but, fuck you. Shit.
You are also in... Are you throwing it or are you hitting with it?
I'm hitting with it.
Okay, yeah, 8 misses, unfortunately. Actually, no, 8 does not miss.
Oh!
Oh, thank God.
8 just hits, so half damage.
Eh.
If that wasn't half damage, you would have killed it.
Shit. Well, all of the...
Rephrase, sorry. Are you aiming for the sprout that hit you, or are you aiming for the violet fungus?
I'm aiming for the thing that hit, or the thing that's directly in front of me that just showed up.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Good, yes. So 3 points of damage to it.
Okay. Calculating risks. 1
I
second.
was about to say, you have your
And my movement.
if you want to use it.
Yes, my health is low. I will take the opportunity attacks. And, can you give me some of that good berry?
So, first attack, 12, does that hit?
No.
Second one, because it actually gets this, it's going to make 3 opportunity attacks against you.
Bring it on.
Because that's its attack action. This is, Lordy. Okay, here we go. That's the wrong character. I need to make sure I got the right thing out. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3.
Not even an issue. Like, every single thwap that's coming at me, I'm jumping over, rolling, dodging around it. No issue.
Wow. So it's just like a big fist comes and tries to hit you, and then 3 tendrils just lash out, and you're easily like ducking and dodging, almost kind of going slightly ethereal, as you dash away. Illyria, you swear one of those tendrils went through him. But he seems unfazed.
What the hell?
It is now the Violet Fungus's turn, and it is going to attack you, Illyria. It is again going to do so.
Powers aren't as worthless as I thought.
What was that, Kate?
Let's see. No, that's 4D. Hold on.
Hold on. When this one moved, would Illyria have gotten attack of opportunity on it?
It has to move
because it
out
has
of your
to
melee
move
range.
out of your melee attack range, unfortunately.
Ah.
Yes. Let's see.
I was thinking I was being clever.
No, you're good. It's good. Good keeping up, though. I lost the character sheet. There we go. So this is 4 attacks against you, Illyria, with advantage. Because you are restrained.
Oh, shit.
So this is 1.
My armor
2.
class is 13, so...
That's 3. And that's 4.
2 of them
That's
hit.
2 hits.
Okay. 1 is a partial hit, at least. So we'll do that one first. This is half damage. So 1 point of necrotic damage.
1.
Okay.
And 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so that gets me down to 10.
Hey, twinsies.
No, we're tensies.
When you say
For
got
once,
you
I'm
back
not going to
in,
gripe about that. That
got
was a
you
good
back
one.
into double digits, literally just double digits.
Oh yeah, my second wind only. It brought me from 6 to 10.
Wow. Nihilus, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's horrible.
You see it as 4 tendrils just kind of... She parries away 2 of them, and the other 2 just stick her right in the chest and in the leg.
Help her!
Let's see. First, let me ask, how hurt is this creature?
Pretty hurt.
Pretty hurt? What about this creature?
Not very hurt, but doesn't seem to have much health to begin with.
Okay. If that's the case, would it be a disadvantage if I did Eldritch Blast against this creature?
Not at all.
Okay. And I think the last thing I'm gonna ask is... I forgot, are we doing called shots in this?
You can. So if you do not have disadvantage on it, you can invoke disadvantage, and if you hit, it automatically doubles the damage.
I will do a called shot at the shroom, directly aiming towards its mushroom head, or
Okay,
however
big-
you would,
yeah, the-
however you would count it.
Yeah, the big bulb.
Yeah, the big bulb. So, plus disadvantage.
Oh.
6 to hit. Unfortunately, that does miss.
Also a nat 1, so I think it's an automatic.
Thankfully, I
Yep.
don't do that.
Ah.
Yeah, if you roll a nat 1 but you still hit its AC, you will still hit its AC.
Okay.
Which happens because I've done that. I rolled a nat 1 but hit the AC because my nat 1's a +7. Or my nat 1 was a 7.
Yeah.
If that is the case, can I use my movement to get over to here?
You will take an opportunity attack, you feel, from this one. But if you want to, you may still.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
So I'll move over here, and then... Does that hit? 13. It does not.
Beautiful. So as you run, you're like, and it just swings wide as a wild haymaker.
So, okay, so seeing Aurelia get absolutely mobbed and seeing how his Eldritch Blast didn't work, as he's like dashing over, the creature makes a swing, and you just see Nihilus and Bruno do a limbo action underneath the arm as he's dashing towards Aurelia. And then,
Nice.
can I use my bonus action to get Aurelia free?
The thing that restrained her is still there, so you cannot use a bonus action to do it, but you can use a bonus action to grant her advantage.
I will do that.
Okay.
I will be able to get over there, and I'll tell Aurelia, you got this. Don't worry, you're not alone.
You kind of like kneel down and start trying to undo some of the vines here. So Larry, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I turn back and say, thank you. And, how are the two below me looking?
Pretty weak.
Pretty weak.
One looks
Oh,
durable,
really?
but really, really damaged, and the other just doesn't look strong to begin with.
I am somewhat regretting casting Magic Missile before now.
I mean, to be fair, if you're going for the creatures in front of you, then it would have been disadvantage anyway.
Magic missile just hits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, I know.
There you
It's
go.
just it's like it was like in character that was the thing that would have happened. It's just like I'm looking at my hand now and I'm like shit. I guess she'll cast shopping grasp. I'm gonna take them to the store.
I just picture you just pull out like a brand new cast iron pan. Boom.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Fuck you!
I'm gonna do that to the one directly south of me. Actually, no, wait. Which one was the one that hit multiple times?
The one below you.
The one straight below me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that one's getting the shocking grasp.
Yeah, that one has tendrils. The other one seems to just have a giant, meaty plant fist.
Does the 10 hit it?
10 hits it.
Meaty claws.
Big money, no whammies.
I'm so weirdly in sync with people today.
That is enough to defeat it.
Alright, and I can use my bonus.
You can use your bonus
That-
action to free yourself because it is dead.
Okay. And that's what? Just regular athletics?
Nope. Because it's dead, you bonus action for yourself with Nihilus' help.
Okay.
Nice. Easy. This music is fucking epic.
It is. This is really good, yeah.
And I guess I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
I don't know how much of an opportunity attack damage I want to
You do
Think
see two
about-
more approaching from the left.
We got company!
They're like mobsters just slowly dragging their massive plant fist behind them as they waddle towards you. Tanner, you're up. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna try and make an attack roll, and if it hits, I'm gonna do something that might help me out.
Okay.
Wait, I asked for good berry.
Tanner just shoves the flask in your hands.
That is, I think that is an action, though.
To give you the flask that still has 6 charges in it.
I think so, isn't it?
No. You took a long rest. So I think Goodberry expires after an hour, doesn't it?
Nope.
How long does
I
it
think that's
last?
only if you pick it up via not.
Berries lose their potency if they have not been consumed within 24 hours of the casting. itself.
24 hours. Nice. So yeah, you still have 6 charges in the flask.
So, have you had a sip from the flask before?
Chester? No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, to you, it is almost like pure citrus. It's almost like you just drank a shot of lemon juice.
You know where I come from? We typically use this to flavor food, not just drink it straight.
So how many uses of it are you going to use up?
I mean, I'm pretty fucking low. I will take up 3.
All right.
There's 3 left.
Yep, 3 left, and I plan on giving that to Illyria once we
Yeah.
aren't in the middle of combat.
You got about
But-
16 hours left on it, too.
Yeah. I am going to try and hit this one.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
That definitely hits.
Wow, 23.
And
Let's
then I'm
go.
going to use Favored Foe. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call on your mystical bond with nature to mark the target as your favorite foe for 1 minute or until you lose your concentration. The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favored enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you increase that damage by 1d4.
That's a way better version of Favored Foe.
Yeah.
Lord.
So not only that, it's the foe. So it's not this individual one that you probably just
Yeah,
killed. Go ahead and roll
it's-
damage.
Any of the species.
That is exactly enough to kill it. And suddenly, Tanner, your eyes kind of glint over, and you see the... For some reason, you now know them as mysonoid sprouts. And just rage builds up inside of you.
Yeah, when you guys look at Tanner, it almost looks like a starving dog has been put directly in front of a buffet. They're drooling.
Oh, I like that.
So I am going to go ahead and move so I have the hit die thing for next turn. Actually, I'll move 1 more. And that will end my turn.
Nice. Yeah, so favorite enemy basically is like Hunter's Mark, but without needing a spell, which is great.
And it works on any enemy of the same type, I believe.
It has to be the exact same enemy. So any other Mysonoid sprouts, it works on, but
yeah.
it wouldn't work on any plants.
Yeah.
So you have marked...
It says, I can use this feature to mark a favorite enemy a number of times equal to my proficiency bonus, and I regain all expended uses when I finish a long rest.
Yeah, that's awesome. So those are all
Yes.
marked for you. Alright. Angus, you're up. What would you like to do?
Angus just has like this defeated look on his face, and he just looks at this mushroom creature. Just says, "I extended my hand in friendship, and you just spit in my face." And he just shoots with the coach gun.
Okay.
This sounds like a much more personal betrayal than it actually is.
It does succeed on dodging your coach gun.
I just kind of
Wow.
pictured, he shoots the coach gun, and all of the pellets just go through all the holes in its head.
And it just perfectly frames this thing's body. And there's now just bullet holes in the ground in the shape of this body.
Angus just like looks at his coach gun. It's just like, what? What is this?
Hole in the wall, plant edition. You still have bonus action and movement if you want to do anything.
Okay. Angus is gonna run over to
Are you
The
sure
people
you want
here?
to do that for attack of opportunity?
Right there, he's still good,
Okay.
thankfully.
okay. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Valeria.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Cure Wounds is a bonus action?
Uh,
Because you fired
Is
your gun
it?
as an action.
I
Yeah,
want to
you-
say healing word is the bonus action, isn't
I
it?
think healing word is the bonus
Okay.
action.
But
Right.
healing
Okay,
word
well-
is a. I want to say no. Healing word's not a touch spell, is it?
No, that's the one you can do at range.
Yeah, healing word is range. Cure wounds
I know
is
it's
the
much
better.
less healing though.
Yeah, cure wounds is the better one.
Okay. In that case, I am going to. Well, can I do that? If I leave, I trigger the attack of opportunity by leaving its.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I'm going to step up here. And then I'm going to end my turn.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that you rolled.
I don't like the D100. Yes.
I was triggering it for the acid again on top of the padlock.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It is now the Sprout's turns. They can step on their dead friends, so this will be interesting. And then this one's already within range, so this is going to be 3 attacks with Sprouts. 2 of them against Valeria, 1 of them against Angus. We'll do the 2 against Valeria first. 12 to hit, 3 to hit.
13 is the AC.
Fantastic. So 1 will hit, but it will be half damage.
Okay.
And then 10 to hit you, Angus.
Miss.
Okay. Ilaria, that is 1 bludgeoning damage and 2 poison damage.
Okay, so 3 total. That takes me down to 7.
Okay. That is the end of the Sprout's turn. Chester, you're up. One of them actually did get a nice meaty thwack on Ilaria, and you see as it impacts, it almost acts like a sponge. The fist kind of decreases in size a bit, but you see poison spray out and kind of like leach onto her fur and her skin.
Yeah, Chester Angie.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
These things don't hit a lot, but when they do, they actually hit pretty hard.
Cool. I have just enough movement to end up here. And
how did you get there?
I guess diagonals wouldn't count, would they?
Diagonals would not count.
Okay. Well, in that case,
You're
here.
right here.
There you go. He could get there, yes.
I could get there.
You'd be going through Nihilus, yes.
Yeah, I'd actually like to be in aggro range of at least one of them in case this doesn't work. Okay, so the one furthest south, throwing a kukri.
Okay. I need to see if that hits. That does not hit.
Excellent. I'm smacking the one in front of me with my bonus action.
Okay. That hits. And the one that walloped Deliria, you defeat.
No, he's not that angry yet. That's all for now.
Okay. End of your turn. It is. They are all gone. Never mind.
I got one of them for you.
Nihilus, you're up.
Okay. Let's see.
I have a feeling like you 4 are going to be able to deal with both of these guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do Thorn Whip on the fungus that's near Angus. 10.
10 hits. 2 points
Two.
of damage. Nice. Okay.
Okay, so pleasantries aside, not gonna do the same thing that I did with the other fungus. So you just see Nihilus start to mutter slightly to himself, and you notice something's growing from his right hand, and all of a sudden it just protrudes more, and with like a crack of a whip, smacks the fungus and pulls him into our little group here.
Oh, so you are pulling.
Yes, I'm gonna
All
pull
right.
him right there.
Nice. You still have your bonus, and you still have your movement.
I think that's all I can really do. I don't have any bonus actions, and if I move, he gets an attack. So I will end my turn.
Okay, Valeria, you are up.
All right.
The thing that walloped you is done. You are kind of free to move a little bit, at least if you want.
I see the one. Okay, now I can attack the one that's diagonal to me, right?
You can, yes, that is within 5 feet.
Okay. These things are starting to get on my last nerve. And so she will shocking grasp it. Because I apparently I did not plan for any like actual like physical combat with this character.
So shocking grasp is good for. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'd say that hits, yes.
You going for the bottom one or the one to your top right?
Which one looks
Which one
worse?
looks more worse? The top right. It was actually
Top right.
hit.
Okay, I'm gonna go after. I might go after the one below me then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. Five points of lightning. Okay. As you kind of like reach your hand out and you touch it, you feel for a second as like you can almost sense all of its like roots and veins and like its pathways, and you just send all of that lightning right through it. You feel that was incredibly effective.
Good to know. Very good to know.
I tire of these things. And she looks in her Molly, no. She looks in her power pack and draws 4 more cards out.
She looks in her Molly. Okay.
She looks in her Molly. All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. Tanner.
As
you
an
are up.
ex-alcoholic, let me tell you, do not turn to alcohol for the answers.
Is there some kind of natural attack that uses dex?
Natural attack that uses dexterity.
I think they're both just strength based, aren't they?
Yes, unless you had claws.
Unless you had either claws or you were a monk.
Yeah.
Fair. I was just gonna go full feral on this thing, but eh.
That'd be your strength, unfortunately. You can thematically do it whatever you want after, making the attack. It would be at disadvantage because you're in melee range. Unless you have a thing that prevents that.
So I can move.
You can move. And then it would get an opportunity attack on you.
Bitch.
It's fine.
So as you're like, and you start moving, it's like,
It's like, no.
go ahead. The 21 plus 2 definitely hits. Just go ahead and roll damage.
Damage, and it's probably overkill, but
It might be.
and then a
The
1d4.
additional 1d, yep. Nice. That is enough to kill it.
It pins it to the wall, actually. I'm gonna say that right now. Just it gets stuck to the wall.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like I forgot your gun is like a lever action bolt thrower.
Damn.
Yeah, like these ammunition rounds are not even really rounds. They are steel bolts. And Tanner just kind of like realizes that they've been like drooling this whole time and just wipes it off.
Positively charming.
Allow me to get rid of the things that are not of use to you. There you go. Seems like thing is over. Allow me to roll one more D100 here. Okay.
So combat's over then.
Combat
For
seems
the
to be
moment, at
over,
least.
Yeah.
All right, I'm making my way over to the pool of acid. Does it look like it's fading at any time soon? At all?
It is fading. Mechanically, every round for a minute, it would do damage to things inside of it.
Excellent. How long would it take me to prestidigitation all of this away?
You feel that's not worth it.
Then I stand and stare.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and aim my crossbow bolt right square on the padlock.
Okay. Go ahead. That, I say, will definitely hit a padlock. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Combination of the acid and the crossbow. As you just kind of look at it, you see it's like it looks like it's beyond rusted. Like if you know when rust starts turning like green and starts flaking off, that's what this thing looks like right now. And as the acid fades, you just get one quick shot in, and ping, the bolt goes through the padlock and embeds itself into the chest. It is beyond brittle.
Excellent work, everyone.
I just want to...
I need a minute.
I want to point this out here just real quick, because this is a little nuts. You would realize that this acid does a lot of damage, but I just want to roll once just to see how much damage this thing does. So anyone standing in it would have taken 11 points of acid damage. instead of their
I
turn.
would have been
That's like,
down.
yeah, that was like over half my health right there.
Yeah,
My base is 19.
there you go.
I'm 16.
And I rolled 3 ones on that one.
Wow.
Tanner is just gonna kind of take one step to saunter over to you, Larry, and just kind of, almost like too forcefully, just puts the flask in your hands.
I'm going to go have another go at the fucking chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's been causing us all of this pain.
You reach
Are
down.
you okay,
and
Chester?
You pick up the torch that was there, now almost completely corroded. You just kind of set
I
it
just
on the
imagine
chest.
it's like a little stick.
Yeah, you just kind of set it on the chest and look over at the lock, and you're like, okay, do I just need to tink? Oh, well, that was easy.
You just lift the lid and it crumbles away.
Pretty much, yeah. Inside, you find 1 platinum piece. So let me take this out.
I will tell you whether or not I am okay if I do or don't get hit by a trap.
16
Still wearing the
gold,
gloves.
12 silver, and
No wonder all of my rolls were garbage.
2 copper. So you find that in terms of gold.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty decent haul on that one. And a little further back, what the hell is that? You kind of like shift some of the stuff around, and it is a single dagger, about that long. But there's a chain that attaches it, and it's just currently like wrapped up and kind of coiled. At the very opposite end of the chain is a steel ball bearing about that big.
He is looking perplexed. Can he investigate this at all?
You can go ahead and roll investigation.
All right. So I'm not proficient,
I'll
so
also allow history here.
I'm okay. I'm proficient in history, so I have slightly more faith.
Go ahead.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I am quite the historian, apparently.
So,
Especially with daggers.
because this is a natural 20, I'm going to give you all of the mechanics here. This is a dragon blade, a +1 dragon blade. Basically, it is a dagger that has the ability to melee within 25 feet of it. It has a reach of 25 feet. As a action, you can make a single attack at disadvantage against everything adjacent to you.
Oh shit.
Give that to the person who has no melee capabilities.
But you're also talking to the fighter that uses dex.
And the
You're
cool
fine.
thing-
Give it to the lady.
And another interesting thing, it can either be slashing or bludgeoning, depending if you use the dagger or you use the ball bearing.
Actually, this brings to question one thing I have. Okay, I have. How about a compromise? Chester takes 2 of his kukris and hands 1 to Allie and 1 to Tanner.
Hilaria looks at it and is like, thanks? Like, do I throw this or like stab with it or?
Either one.
Oh. I'll have to get with you to what it mechanically does.
It's a dagger.
It is
It's
a
basic-
dagger.
I already had one of those.
Why didn't you use it?
I got cards. I don't need a dagger.
Actually, at that point, he's just like, he spots it on your belt. Here, take both of them, Tanner.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Chester, are you good at Arcana?
I have a +4.
I walk up to Chester when he's done with all of that, and remembering what he found in the barrel of butter, he starts to kind of fumble around and go, "You might help me out with this." And you just see a golden orb in Nihilus's hands.
I'm also going to reduce my number of daggers real quick to 6. Eden, add 2 daggers to your inventory.
Worthwhile noting here, this does have the versatile property as well. And you can only make that wide attack action with 2 hands. So you have to have both hands free in order to
Gotcha.
do the wraparound.
Tanner just sets both of those hand axes that they have just in your hands in exchange. They ain't caused me nothing but trouble. Maybe you can do something with it.
I have ideas. But yes, the Nihilus, the thing that you found in the butter. Let me have a look, shall we?
Butter orb.
The butter orb. Stop pondering your butter orb.
The Borb.
If I'm not proficient in it, I don't know shit. Why?
You take a minute as well, Chester, and you're like, let me see that. And you look at it and you're like, you briefly just kind of like look in the chest and look at your hand and you're like, that looks very similar. And you reach in and you pull out a single crystal orb. Looks kind of holographic as you look into it. It doesn't like refract anything. Look very similar. One is yellow, one is white.
Angus, you got a clue?
Anyone, please.
Excited. What do I roll?
It would be Arcana.
Let's see.
Okay.
Well,
Which
it's
one?
better than Butterboy over here.
Which one are you looking at?
I hand them back to Nihilus and I start playing with the new fucking dagger. I'm gonna put that in my...
Let's start with the holographic one.
Sergey, you're looking at Angus, you're looking at the holographic one? The white one?
Is that the one we were like most recently inspecting?
Okay.
That one. Yeah.
So you get a quick look at it and you're like, wow. Kind of situational, but useful. While wielding this, you can attempt to cast the Identify spell as a ritual without required components once per day.
Wait a minute. Does that mean we can technically use that orb
Yep.
to cast Identify?
So, mechanically, once per day, anyone that is currently wielding the crystal orb will roll a d4. On a 4, you can cast the Identify spell. On anything else, you can't today.
Has a chance.
Yes.
Okay. Definitely want to hold on to that.
It does
but-
not require any material components, such as the 100 gold that is necessary normally to cast Identify.
Does this dagger have a name, by the way?
The dagger is the Dragon Blade.
Dragon Blade.
I ask Angus, do you want to see if we can identify this one? And he motions towards the golden sphere.
Angus holds the orb and is like, well, let's try.
Roll d4. Unfortunately, as you kind of like hold it up against it, look at it, hold that one, bat them together. Doesn't seem to be
Quiet.
working.
Well, I can't see much out of this thing.
And you just see Nihilus like playfully like butting his head against the golden orb. What is this thing made of?
You can attempt to make another Arcana check, because it is a new day. I will not invoke disadvantage on this one.
Okay, I will try.
Tanner, it's okay. You look at it, it looks like butter. It's nice. No, it's
Tanner
can't
licks
fake
their chops.
or anything, I'm sorry.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
May I attempt at identifying the new one, since I didn't try it that one.
The new one's already been identified.
Oh, right, I forgot.
The crystal one is the
I was-
identified orb.
I was busy putting the dagger that I don't know why I put it in my inventory. It's not even for me. It's for it's for Jet.
Yeah.
Would it be,
I
disadvantage?
guarantee the Jet got it.
The reason why this would be really good for a rogue is because it has a 20-foot melee range.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneak attack from a distance.
I was gonna say I'm literally next level up gonna get a spell that does exactly that.
So, suppose like it's like the 20-foot. It's a melee range with like disadvantage, or is it disadvantage
No.
if it's like all around you?
It is a melee weapon that has a 25-foot range. It cannot be thrown.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, it's the multi-target that gives you disadvantage, right?
Yes, if you want to swing everything around you, you can, but it's all at disadvantage. And it's every creature.
Okay.
So if you're surrounded by 5 enemies and 1 ally, that ally also gets hit.
I literally
Okay.
took it so Jet had it. Also, I'm going to. Cade, do you happen to remember the amount of gold that I got from the very first chest that I looted? Because I want to make sure I have all of what I took pooled into one. Because I'm going to be divvying that up for the party.
remember. I had
It was.
written
I know
down.
it was one piece of gold. I just don't remember the silver and the copper.
The silver
It
didn't
was
add
like
up.
126.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Because neither of them went into the next one on that one.
Okay, I'm just trying to find now
One
where
platinum piece, 16 gold piece.
That's this one.
Inventory.
I think you are correct. I think it was 126.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put
Notes.
coins.
136.
136. Okay, I was close.
Very close.
For the very first one.
Yeah.
For like the very beginning of the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But do tell me this one again. So that was 1 platinum.
1 platinum, 16 gold.
16
12
gold.
silver.
And 102 copper.
And then I'm going to add the 1, 3, 6. Cool. Because I want to make sure I have enough to. I want to make sure I have this down so I can not screw everyone over when we end up divvying this up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there you go. But the rest of the cavern seems to be relatively inert, at least for now. You're free to explore.
That is good because I have been eyeing this crystal cavern up top for some time.
Okay. So you go ahead and you get a little bit closer to it. And the first thing that you notice is it seems like these crystals are shatters, right? Like a piece of it shattered. And they just started growing out of both the wall, the ceiling, and the floor. Crossing this, you feel is going to be a little challenging because there's not really like footholds or anything that you can cross through. They are somewhat sharp, so it's like walking on glass essentially. And go ahead and what is your passive perception and investigation?
My passive perception is wisdom, so it'd be a 13, and then I have a -2 to investigation.
Got it. With a 13, you are just barely able to see something moving within this congealed kind of crystalline tunnel.
So I can see something like moving within like the floors and the ceiling and the walls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just kind of almost like like the eye filters that you get, like the black spots. You're seeing minute, small things just kind of fluttering.
So, in seeing that, now this is immediately gonna start backing up, not looking, and then accidentally bump into Aurelia, and then jump because he wasn't expecting it. Oh, I was like, nope. oh, it's just Aurelia.
Did you find something?
Something might have found us.
Oh, wait, what did you do?
Didn't do anything. Bruno can attest. And then you see Bruno just like raise one hand up like when you're swearing on the Bible.
I don't know about him, but I take the mouse's word for it.
Kind of hard to. Yeah, I agree.
Apparently, I'm eating a ration.
I like to think you're eating like hardtack.
Apologies, I'm very hungry.
Po-tart. At least what kind of Pop-Tart is it?
Wildberry.
Oh, that's so good.
So, as I said, caverns yours to explore. What would you like to do?
Did I find anything from sniffing around over here?
Where are you? There you are. Okay. So as you get a little bit closer, you notice that, there's more larger form crystals than you've seen pretty much anywhere else in this delve. And I need to see what you can actually see. Okay. So you, looking up a little bit above, you do see another one of those tendril funguses that are currently, like, raised up on a platform. But you feel you could possibly get around it. There's enough space behind it and in front of it, you're assuming, that you could be able to deal with it. There is another cave a little bit further down here.
Alright, I'm make a stupid decision and poke my head around.
Okay. Getting a little bit closer, you as well see the crystal jutting from the exterior of the wall there to the left of you. What is your passive perception / investigation?
15.
15. Okay.
It's pretty good.
You see in the crystal where the wall is some, like, bugs, flies, beetles, something, and they're just, there's a lot of them, and they're just flying between the exterior crystals that are there on the wall. Some of them, like, go into the wall and then come back out and land on the crystal, keep flying around. They're attracted to this crystal. Are you being stealthy? Walking past them? Or are you just walking past them?
Oh, you said this wall.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you meant like the one in the far back.
As you get a little closer to that when you see it too.
But, yeah, I suppose if I need to be stealthy, I will try.
It's just up to you, whether you think you needed to or not.
I mean, they're just bugs.
Okay. So you, like...
Yeah, I figured.
They're just bugs. You walk slowly. Kind of keeping an eye on them. They don't seem to really pay much attention to you. You get it back here. To the left, you do see a chest that is illuminated by the glow of some of the crystals that are embedded into the wall. This one doesn't appear to have a lock. Doesn't seem to be trapped, but something that immediately catches your eye. You see a humanoid skeleton. Currently just, like, folded up against the side of the wall next to the chest.
I'ma have to roll perception on this shit. I don't trust like that. Son of a bitch.
It's still too dark and you're too far away from it to make out really too much of it. You can tell that it is a humanoid bone. There's a skull, there's arms, legs, and a chest, rib cage.
I'm gonna very cautiously just back out. There's a reason that fucker died.
Okay.
And I will dutifully await the others.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything? I guess I see you kind of approaching the bottom there.
Yeah, because you could see that sliver of light when he was entering the cave, Angus just is trying to track down the cavern where it was.
Got it.
It's just
You-
slowly
And kind of creep
walking
in
in.
again, and yet again, you see more crystals that kind of jut out from the floor, and you feel like running along this is not going to be easy. But, you know, you could traverse it and just give it a little bit of time. As I said, it's like you're walking on glass.
He just slowly starts making his way through the crystal cave.
Anyone that's exploring, like, away from the trio that has Chester in it, ignore if Chester just pops up out of nowhere. I'm just trying to get a beat on where your tokens are, so I can imagine what is going on.
You can look on my screen so where I am.
Yeah, I was watching yours for that, but specifically, Gabe, don't mind if Chester seems to teleport out of nowhere.
Okay.
I'm just trying to watch your token.
As you get a little bit closer here, you, what is your passive insight and investigation?
My passive,
Or perception investigation, sorry, not insight.
my passive perception, I think, is 14.
Okay.
Investigation is...
Probably less.
My character sheet isn't loading.
So whatever your investigation modifier is, plus 10.
It's not loading, not loading. 11.
Okay. So with the 14, you as well, when you see these two, like, malformed crystalline objects jutting out from the wall, you kind of see something fluttering or flying or just enveloped beneath them.
Like in the crystal, like between the crystals, or the
Yeah,
crystals
it's kind of like
themselves.
waving through the crystals.
Angus just like stares at them, so like, "Oh, that's beautiful." And he just reaches out his hand to poke it.
Okay.
And he pokes it.
I just saw the look of a concerned DM.
Does a 22 hit you?
Yes, that does.
You take 11 points of piercing damage and 10 points of poison damage.
Okay, that downs me.
Mm-hmm. You also become euphoric for 1d4 rounds.
The what?
Yeah. So,
All right.
Everyone else, what are you doing?
I want to try something, but I want to give everyone an opportunity first before I do.
Apparently a truck is going by. I don't think I really have anything. Chester was kind of just taking 5 after that one.
I guess the question is, would I be able to scream?
No.
Okay.
You are unconscious. And in fact, hold please. I need to look at our homebrew rules. Do I roll death saves?
I believe you roll death saves for this one.
What did we have? The DC for the death saves increases by each time you hit 0 hit points and decreases when you finish a long rest. Death saves are rolled by me in secret. Okay. Okay.
Passive perception on me. Would I be able to tell something's wrong?
Angus isn't being loud. You look back as you kind of like go back into the corner, into the cavern. Angus isn't there.
Oh, hell. I'm gonna start making my way over.
Okay. And as you round the corner, you see Angus currently just... I'm going to stand up so I can mimic this effectively here. You see him just kind of...
That's creepy.
Yeah. He is not breathing. He's not blinking. He's not speaking.
I'm gonna have to cast Goodberry again.
Okay.
It's my last spell slot for the day. And I'm gonna force the zombie to drink one.
You can do that. Okay. How much are you healing him by?
He's not in the negative, is he?
There is no negative numbers. We did not decide to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Thankfully.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give him 3.
Okay. Angus, you come back with 3 hit points, and thank God because I rolled 2 failures on your death saves.
Oh!
I rolled a 2 and an 8.
Oh, that would have been lovely. Just like having one die on our first.
Yeah.
Not only that, but our cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tanner's just like, hey, look at me.
As you
look at me.
force
sees like
this
a beetle
into
crawling
him,
around on your shoulder,
Yeah.
just flicks it off.
Angus just opens his eyes. It's just like I feel awful, but amazing at the same time. Let's see that
Angus,
again.
You take
This feels great.
You gain 1 point of exhaustion because you have come back from being unconscious and 0 hit points. So everything
Okay.
that you do will have a -1 to the roll
Okay.
until you take a long rest.
All right. Is there a thing I can mark on my character sheet? Just have to keep track of that.
I don't think
No.
the
You could put like
updated-
the colored circle and then just put like 1 on it.
I could do that. Yeah, actually, let's do that.
I'm also gonna roll nature to figure out what those beetles are.
Yeah, you may definitely do so. Let's do that with a 1. There you go. Go ahead and roll with advantage. I think you're sufficiently, like, worried at this point.
Okay, what about animal handling instead?
What is going on this session?
Would you like to roll a physical dice, Eden?
I've got tons over here.
No. With what I'm planning for the character, this is actually thematically appropriate.
Okay. I would allow animal handling with disadvantage because it's very specific there.
Bro!
I know.
Well, there's one of the good rolls at least.
Okay, so what I can glean is these things are dangerous, don't fuck with them.
As you, I will say this: as you like pour some of your whiskey into him, and he wakes up, you see one of the bugs that were embedded into the crystals fly out of his eye.
Fun.
Okay. I'm gonna be super serious here for a second, which I know is unusual. These things are pretty. They may look nice, and you might want to touch them. But that's the most dangerous kind of things here.
Is Angus able to like perceive this bug flying out of his eye? Does this like hurt him or anything?
You're just coming out of unconsciousness. I
Okay.
think you have more things on your mind.
I mean, Angus is just as stated euphoric. He's just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
You kind of like
Whoa.
instinctively rub your eye, and there's a little bit of blood that comes out. But other than that, no.
I've been places you couldn't even imagine.
I feel like I can relate to that statement. Let's get you out of here.
I took
Yeah, I
it.
think I'm done with this place in particular. I think I'm ready to go back to the group.
Come on.
Okay.
There we go.
You see.
Don't
Long
trip over
little
the
doggy.
mushrooms.
You see Tanner approaching with Angus, and Angus is not looking anywhere near as good as he was when he left.
May I make a medicine check, even
You
though
may.
I'm not proficient and it's going to fail?
You may.
Wait. That's wisdom. Well,
Come on, Angus. Step over the mushrooms. It's not going to trap you over there.
well, yeah, this is definitely going to fail. I got a -1. Let's go.
Angus is fine. He's fine.
You know what? You know what it is. He can tell something's off, but he just cares so little. He has watched this fucker just walk headfirst into the most dangerous shit. He just doesn't care anymore. He looked over and then just looked away. He didn't even bother trying.
Listen, this man looks half dead and he's being led back by the amnesiac. Something definitely fucked up happened.
Yeah.
I
God.
just takes a guess on his own, which is that's what like a 12 now.
It would be a 12, yes. There we go. I can actually do this way. You're going to do a 1d20 minus 1 for your core die roll. There you go. Okay.
All right.
So, it's called medicine. You're like, I mean, I feel okay now. Like, you're aware that you were knocked out because you were suddenly back at the end of where the crystal floor was, basically. You touched a pair of crystals, you remember a little bit of something hurting, and then you were suddenly 80 feet away from where you were when you blacked out. Something definitely happened. And you hurt a lot.
Yeah, I don't recommend touching the crystals, guys.
What did I just tell you?
I mean, I feel kind of awesome, but I still don't recommend it.
So, Nihilus, found anything?
Nihilus is left.
Well, but I wanted to ask, can I attempt to use my awakened mind to communicate with the shadow that's lurking in the gems?
Awakened Mind states that they have to know a language, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So you kind of just reach out with some kind of etheric energy, and all you hear is... You're like, nope. 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 Nope, they don't speak. Cool.
I turn around, and Jester, all you see is me and Bruno just in sync, just have a chill run down our spines. So,
Straight from the ear through the tail.
how are you in dealing with spirits?
He just immediately turns and looks over at Angus. Bovine, heal yourself.
We don't have much to go on, but from what I gathered from the spirit, and I will make this and I quote,
Yes, I have a terrible plan, but I want to make sure that he's in fighting shape before I do it.
that is to know, good to have.
You know, I think I'll do that. I will attempt to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Reach out and
wonder-
touch yourself.
Mhm.
Tanner, you heal 10 hit points. It is also worthwhile noting, Tanner, you didn't see another cavern a little further in and up that seemed to be relatively free of a lot of hazards.
Not my prerogative right now.
That's fair.
So wait, did you just say I had healed 10?
No, he's healing himself.
Okay. I was gonna say, I am at full HP. Somehow.
So, how's Angus looking?
I feel great, guys.
He's got 13 hit points.
So do I. Who's ready for terrible decisions?
There he is, kind of like holding her side, and she's like, "Fuck it, why not?"
Couldn't be me.
If anyone has any other plans, speak up now.
Well, I was gonna suggest we regroup with the rest of them, because clearly just the 5 of us is not gonna be enough for most things.
Says you.
The amnesiac might have a point, Aurelia. I'm not the greatest at bringing groups together, but I can at least tell from this we might not have the best of time without Jet and High Roller with us.
Tanner just pointed at Angus. I found this guy being piloted by a beetle. You two almost just died. You. He just like leans over and points around Illyria. You're talking to crystals.
I mean, piloted seems kind of strong. Maybe we were just sharing a body.
Please don't ever suggest that to me again.
I turned to Tanner. I'm sorry, can you communicate with spirits?
I can try.
Well, then be my guest. Whatever's lurking in the gems would be delighted to hear your whimsical whims.
What kind of roll would this be?
As you get kind of closer and your feet start crunching on some of the crystals, you look in, and this being a significantly larger cavern area, and it's like on the floor, on the walls, and on the ceiling, whereas the previous things you saw were just on the walls. There's a lot of them. Like, every square inch is covered with like 40 of them. If you want to try to communicate with them, or get a feel for what they might be doing, this would be either investigation or nature.
I'm gonna try nature. My investigation's a -1.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. As you get a little bit closer, you get to about here, just to get a better understanding of this. And as you take another single start of a step, they all stop, and the entire cavern just gets flooded with these things. You
Okay. Nope.
you look, they don't seem to be aggressive. They're not going towards you. They're not going backwards. But they are definitely protective of the crystals. And as you take that step back, they all and just go right back hovering inside the crystals.
What do you see up there, Danny?
I think it's Mallory today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mallory.
But,
Is that Chester's soul breaking a little bit? I thought I heard you sigh.
Oh yeah, no, that you definitely heard me sigh. That was Chester sighing. I'm glad that picked up. I was afraid it wouldn't. I was doing a slow, deflating sigh.
From the unnatural 20, though, you are very aware anything that comes too close to massive pouches of crystal like this are probably going to immediately get attacked, and anyone that attempts to take some of the crystal will incur the wrath of whatever these things are. And they, from what Angus has encountered, hurt like a motherfucker.
so, Nihilus, what were you planning on doing with this path back here?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. Let's get possessed. So, I don't know. Do we have anything that's fiery? Anything that could potentially cleanse? Gems, possibly?
Wait, don't you have the torches you can toss?
That's a small amount of fire. I think we're gonna need something a little bigger than a torch.
Ilaria looks at her cards and thinks for a moment.
You could ask the one that Smokes gunpowder.
I'm more in favor of maybe trying to find another way around first before we go on a suicide mission.
It's not necessarily
Well-
a suicide mission, more like a planned act of terror.
If you want a fire that cleanses, I do have some incense.
No, but
Larry-
that's a good idea. Does anyone have
Larry-
any gunpowder?
Can't
As
say
a
I
matter
do.
of fact, I do have some gunpowder.
Okay,
Larry
foreign.
closes up her hands and is like, "All I got's frost and lightning. I can't help you there."
I'm gonna need you to take a step back. Angus, you had gunpowder?
Chester is all the way over here now.
Yeah, Larry is gonna step back with like kind of like walk back this way with Chester.
Can you?
You both see this this thing here, but it does
Just
appear to
ignore
be
it.
another. Does appear to be another pathway that has been
Yeah.
scouted.
Yeah, she'd pulled her cards out as Chester had said, "Just ignore it," and was like, "Oh, okay."
Guys, there's a passageway over here if you aren't hell-bent on this.
Aren't
no,
you
no.
curious?
Be like, no. She goes, Chester's like, no. Let it play out.
Angus, can you cascade the gunpowder kind of within the gems and then make a small trail to here?
Just be prepared to run.
I'm not
Right.
so sure this is a great idea.
Angus pours the gunpowder out of the satchel and replaces it with dirt.
I'm not gonna say what you can and cannot do in this instance, but I'm gonna let you know. Hopefully, you have backups prepared. That's all I'm gonna say. So continue to do as you would like to do.
So wait a minute, you replaced the gunpowder with dirt?
He poured out the gunpowder and put dirt in its place.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So,
I wonder. Hey,
Do you
if
want to use all of it at once, or do you want to test it on a couple crystals before?
that's a good
You
idea.
guys, well, okay, hold up. Are you guys really gonna risk your characters right now? Like,
Well,
if you're cool with it, that like I ain't gonna stop you. But I just
Alaria perks up and has got it. Is like, hey, is it the same things that we've been fighting?
No,
Maybe they can't cross water. We can always just like dash back and jump across the river and peck them off that way.
they're pretty intent on protecting their crystals, so I can't guarantee the safety of anyone once this place goes sky high.
there's also another path over here that might not result in people getting hurt.
But didn't you say that to not pay attention to that?
No, I said don't pay attention to the plant.
Well, we're gonna have to eventually if we go that way because it'll pay
We can
attention
walk
to us.
around it. We've already discovered this.
So before we do this, can Angus I don't know, attempt to analyze the structure of the cave, perhaps?
No roll needed. The cave itself is pretty durable. Like blasting your way through, other parts of the cavern or walls or things like that could be possible, but it's going to take a bit. You feel like detonating an explosion isn't going to cause a cave-in or anything, though.
Okay. Angus sort of nervously looks at the gunpowder on the ground and just I'm not feeling too great about this. I feel like I came pretty close a couple of minutes ago. You can try it, but I'm gonna be stepping way back.
Well, if that is the case, then if things do fail, and this could be my downfall, I need you to take two things from me. And I pull out the gold orb, and I pass it over to Angus, and hopefully there'll be...
Angus says, whoa. I feel like if you're going through all this trouble, it might, maybe whatever's behind those crystals, or whatever these crystals are protecting, maybe it's not worth it. Okay.
No.
Maybe the true treasure is the bonds between us friends.
We're friends?
Of course we are. We're best friends.
Oh, we were here to get a job done, not get.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's see here.
My stomach is like here.
Alright, that's a shitty sleight of hand check, but I'm gonna snatch Bruno and just bolt for it.
You know what I was about? I was about to hand Bruno over to Angus.
So like he's like dangling it. You're like mine.
So I'm guessing I'm getting the feeling that this is extremely dangerous, right?
Oh, absolutely. Can I draw verbatim the gunpowder?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Kind of like, okay, so this is how we did the gunpowder thing, where it's like it's cascaded and then it's just slightly curved, so that way it's got like a line to it.
Okay. Oh, I understand. Okay, so you're drawing.
Yeah.
You're drawing like a fuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way it's slightly behind the wall, so that way, you know, not just at the hallway. It's like, all right, let's go light this thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, and I pull out my tinderbox.
Angus just says, wait. I'm gonna get, like, way behind you, but still keep you in sight so I can, maybe pick up some of your parts off the ground.
Before this happens, I am going to do one thing.
And that would be?
Because Chester finds this to be such a terrible idea, I'm casting Dissonant Whispers on you.
Really?
Okay.
Because this is something that could potentially kill all of us.
Like the DM said, the cave is durable. Not gonna cause a cave in.
You are going to piss off all of the insects that one-shot one of our party members.
Or the explosion will kill
I'm
them
casting
all.
Dissonant Whispers. Make a wisdom save.
I have to be this way.
What's your HP at?
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so that's
Is-
3d6.
All right, roll it.
11.6.
Yeah, I am
damage.
down. I am down.
So
What the hell are you doing, Chester?
I'd rather not us all die.
So you're willing to expand him?
No. He is going to walk over and drag him away to about here, and then is going to have Angus heal him.
I swear, if I get back up, I'm throwing a torch.
What, is he downed? Or
he's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I downed him.
Dying.
I don't want him to kill us all.
Chester used the spell to ensure that I wouldn't be able to pull this off.
Okay, I'm gonna stabilize him with the healer's kit.
You can
If
stabilize
you
him with
heal
the
him
healer's
up to
kit.
1, he gets back up.
Yeah, you have to give him 1 hit point of health to bring him conscious, or you can stabilize him with a healer's kit.
But that won't bring him. That won't make him conscious.
It
That
won't
was
make him conscious. He will need to sleep it off for an hour.
Hilaria.
Okay. Do we have any more of that lemonade stuff?
It just kind of like opens it up, sniffs the flask. It's more of like a sour apple now. It kind of keeps changing.
Just give him some.
Okay.
I refuse to be responsible for someone's death.
Then why would you make it to where they could die?
Because then we would all die!
Angus is just like, well, if it's all the same to you, I'm gonna try to recover some of my gunpowder.
So,
So,
Hilaria's curious nature gets the better of her.
no.
And she while you're tending to him, she walks over to the trail of gunpowder and kneels next to it.
Okay.
And she thinks,
While smoking?
yeah, while smoking.
Eden, please
looks
get
back
some
to the
more
group.
berries, like now.
She looks back to the group. She looks at the gunpowder. She looks back to the group. She looks at the gunpowder. And she pulls out her matchbook and strikes it.
Okay.
Nuh-uh.
If I have the opportunity to react, prestidigitation.
how's this gonna go?
What is Tanner doing?
Fucking persuasion check.
Gotta beat a DC 6 wisdom
Oh.
save, Cecilia.
What's
Okay, I'm just gonna cure wounds
say a
real quick.
DC 6
DC
Thank
6
you.
wisdom save.
with what? Insight?
No, wisdom save.
No,
Oh, wisdom save. Okay.
Yeah. Tanner's like, don't do it. You're like, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. Now, does that mean I get 5 hit points back?
Yes,
Yes.
you're at 5 hit
Okay.
points.
Cool.
No longer.
I'm still unconscious, right?
No.
No, you're up.
Oh.
You are conscious, no
Elyria?
longer making death saves. But you
Please
do
put
have
that
1 point
match
of
out
exhaustion.
before I put you out.
Before that, can I make an intimidation to get Bruno back from Tanner? Because, like, you snatched Bruno away. And now Nihilus is pissed.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Just gotta update your exhaustion there. There you go. Sure. DC 14 wisdom save, Tanner.
Bro,
You just-
what?
Nihilus intimidates you into
you-
giving him back Bruno.
You just see in the glints of his eyes a fierce purple, and you just see him raise one paw. You get back right now.
So long as you guarantee you're not gonna kill him.
Does this like distract Tanner enough for me to throw the match down?
If that is what you wish to do.
That is what I'm doing.
Yes.
Okay.
If I have to make a new character sheet, I'm going to be so mad.
Ilaria drops the match on the gunpowder and then is like, "Run!"
So, we're not going to get into initiative yet.
Oh no.
Oh,
What
Jesus.
happened? I've gone for like 5 seconds.
Everyone can make 1 whole turn in the amount of time that this gunpowder will burn through the crystal. So that could be your movement, and your movement again is an action. That could be running the fuck away. It could be casting a spell. You get 1 whole turn.
Can I trip Chester so he can't get to the fuse?
You can knock him prone if you want to. Yeah.
I will attempt to knock Chester prone.
All right. This would be an athletics check from you, Nihilus, with a acrobatics or athletics check from you, Chester.
Natural 20.
7.
So you go to trip, and he's
You
like,
jump over his fucking.
he is beyond ready.
Damn it.
So you have a bonus action, and you still have your movement, Nihilus. What would you like to do?
He
not gonna
turns,
try and
looks
trick
back
me
over at the
too.
fuse, turns back over and looks at Chester. Oh, the fuse is lit. I suggest you hit the deck, and then I will run over to this cascade of wall.
Okay.
Can I make my turn?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start stamping out the fuse.
I
Okay.
want to. Can I do like a reaction to kind of try to stop her or
Yeah.
stop them?
How are you doing this?
I kind of want to try to. Trying to think of a way to not have to use strength. But I'm not thinking of one to where I can't use dex. Because a shove would be strength.
Shove is strength. Trip is strength. Yep.
I guess I'd like to kind of try to grab. Like, I guess it would be like a grapple, and kind of
Okay.
like knock her prone, kind of like cover, or knock them prone and cover over them to kind of like protect.
Tanner, athletics or acrobatics versus Elyria, your athletics.
Oh god damn it!
So, do I need to contest it, or does
Yes.
that just fail?
Nope, you need to contest that. Athletics or acrobatics, your decision.
Fuck!
Okay. So Tanner begins stamping it out. Tanner, is that your action?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Okay, so I can imbue and remove explosivity.
Yes.
So I just calmly walk up to the gunpowder line, and I put my hand over it, and I attempt to remove explosivity from it.
You turning it to
Okay.
dirt?
It's all powder, no gun.
Chester, you have turned yourself. What would you like to do?
Did that seem to work?
This is all happening simultaneously.
Man, in that case, I know exactly what Chester's gonna do. No action, but move over here and hold his action to minimize the damage to anybody, whoever would take it first.
Okay.
Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter how pissed at them he is.
Okay.
That's what he would do.
So, as you go to start stomping it out, Tanner, you like just little bits are getting through, and it's taking a hot minute for you to like try to like keep up with it because it's gunpowder. It's not like a designated slow fuse. This is just so like you're moving at the speed of fucking light trying to do something with this, and Angus, you just go over and like extend a hand, and you just suddenly see the edge of the gunpowder just go, and it stops.
Oh, you guys are way too close to the
Right about there.
explosion to be setting off gunpowder like this. I wanted to see it go off, but you guys are just doing this dangerously.
Well, you know, that's why I said run, but no, nobody listens to Ilaria.
Chester's like doing this with a kukri in each hand, waiting for an explosion and like trying to block someone from getting hit because these people are all close. Have you all lost your goddamn minds?
Hey,
All of you!
I told you to run, but
Shut
no.
up! Okay, I'm going to warn all of you right now. First off, if, and I mean this, if my brother were here right now, I would not hesitate to kill each and every one of you. Second, let's avoid killing everyone, shall we? Third, for the love of God, when someone says, hey, there may be a path that wouldn't involve endangering people, maybe let common sense rule your minds for once and just listen. Please! I don't care how curious you are. This is fucking stupid! Christ!
You just
It's fun.
You just hear from like peering. I'm peering from behind the wall, and going, I don't know what you're on about. I was behind the wall the entire time.
See, at least somebody has common sense.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not too eager to being alone again.
Tell you all what. How eager are you all to see what is on the other side?
I already know what's over there.
Very.
Not... What?
I said I already know what's over there.
Across this. Like, gesturing to the big pile of crystals.
I can already tell you it's nothing worth risking our lives over.
Because if all of you want, you could let the person that can teleport look.
Actually, wait a minute. Turns to Tanner. You knew what was behind this the entire time.
I told you.
not too sure whether or not you're jesting me or if this is actually real. Because if that was the case and it was nothing, then this was pointless.
I mean, the explosion would have been pretty awesome.
say?
You see, and Ilaria agrees. The explosion would have been really awesome.
It was a good idea, but the execution, probably wasn't that great.
Does it look like I can Misty Step across without taking damage from them?
How much does your Misty Step let you teleport?
30 feet.
Yes, you could clear it.
So yeah, he would just look at you guys first off. So, let's forget all of that just happened, shall we? Because personally, I don't like losing my temper. So, one of two things can happen here. One, I can teleport across. Two, we can go check the other passageway. And I swear, if it connects to this cavern, I'm slapping him, and he points over to Nihilus.
Nihilus replies, I'm in favor, as long as you go first to check for traps, you...
You deserve that, and you know it.
See if you can get the right AC for that. Up.
So, path or teleport? I'll take a vote. We'll put it to a vote. You guys can vote which one we do.
Vote now with your phones.
Oh no! I also do want to point out, I is Oz of Not Angry. That was very fun.
Yeah, I know.
BW01 or BW02? What path would I take?
Like, I do want to point out, I know I was playing that very angry as Chester. That was tense and fun. So I am not complaining one bit. That was great. I do want to make that known that I am not angry.
It's one of the things Ilaria has. I guess that's like a character trait of hers. Is she's like naturally curious.
She's the cat knocking over the glasses on the table.
Exactly.
But show of hands right now. Who wants me to just teleport? Who wants to just walk? Show of hands for teleport.
Ilaria looks at Nihilus. Oh, go ahead, Eden. Sorry.
Didn't the last time you teleport, you just kind of like froze up for a second?
It only happens if I overexert myself. Now, yes, I have done it once before, but I'm willing to take that risk if it means none of you die. And you know what? There, I'll go ahead and say it, alright? I was blowing smoke out my... because in all honesty, I don't want any of you to die, alright?
You got a weird way of showing it, and Ilaria just sort of turns around.
Come, I tried to save you the most out of everyone so far. Don't give me that. Besides, I actually like you.
Ilaria looks back over to Chester and just kind of grins a little bit. But then turns around because she doesn't want to see it.
Show of hands for teleport, Jesus.
Just do it.
Fine.
Go for it.
Go for it.
So how close do I get before...
So when you get there, you see the beetles kind of like start coming out. It's one more step forward and they're going to be in the tunnel.
Alright. So from here, I can Misty Step to here, not touching any crystals.
And that seems to be perfectly fine. I will roll the d8. You seem okay.
I am then going to walk around. Does this connect to the tunnel we were looking at, or does this go somewhere else?
You keep just looking.
Am I just like not able to see?
That's completely dark.
Yeah, it is. It is incredibly dark, but you kind of like fumble your way through a little bit. You start to see a little bit of light. Kind of just holding on to the left side of the...
I will make sure to be slow, because I do know that thing's there. Hi!
Non-canon is taking every fiber of my being not to say, oh, Niles got scared and cast Eldritch Blast in a reactional scare. But...
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm just reading this.
Okay,
Don't
I thought you were actually casting it. I'm like, what? Please don't.
Right, hang on a minute.
But yeah, he just like you hear the clacking of his shoes first, because rich boy, he's got them fucking loafers on. His arms are just crossed, and what do you know? It just loops around.
Well, did you just see anything?
I saw the tunnel that shouldn't be fucked with. I saw darkness. I saw a plant that I walked around. And I saw further tunnels past this one. Now, if we are all done trying to commit homicide for the day, I would like to either press forward or go back and rest. It's up to you.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Wouldn't it more be fratricide?
Do I notice that just happened? Or was that just to fuck with me?
That was just a fuck with Chester.
No, in all
But,
actuality, it should have been here, because you should have been able to work your way around it with not being adjacent to it.
Got it.
Oh, wait. Nihilus, in seeing the plant from afar, and seeing Chester down there,
Oh,
it's an evil idea and is going to blast the plant
Okay.
for more nefarious purposes.
Yep. Go ahead. Oh.
Well, does a 0 hit?
Hold on.
he's got a point of exhaustion, so
Yeah, I know. So he rolled a 1. That would make it a 0, but he has 3 charisma and 2 proficiency bonus with it. I don't know why it didn't add it.
Huh.
wait,
rolled a
has it not
5.
been adding the? Yeah, it even that's weird. It even says plus the charisma.
Yeah. Hell, if anything, I should have gotten at least a 6.
Yeah, that would have been
Or
a
5.
Yeah, it would have been a 5 minus. Yeah, 5. So
Still doesn't hit, but
okay, I'm gonna need to change that core roll because that clearly doesn't work the way that I think it did.
God, that was fucking funny.
But
so
no,
yeah, it's a natural one. Doesn't
you,
hit.
you just seen Nihilus point over to one of the caverns we haven't explored yet and go, Chester, what's that? And then casts a spell, but it just does absolutely nothing. And then he just reaches around and puts his hands behind his back before you see.
It makes a fart noise.
No, it's just like I just look at the plant. I look at you. I'm going to pretend that I don't know what you just tried to do.
No, it would be better if you didn't.
I'm going to pretend that I don't know what you just tried to do.
You hear in the awakened mind state, but you know what I tried. You know what I tried to do. As he just stares directly at you and starts to regroup with the group.
There,
Smack you upside the head, but I'm pretty sure that
there is a reply in your head once again. You know, or rather, I am going to ignore that I know. Because if you really, really want to piss me off, I will become the god of your mental domain and I will shatter your psyche into pieces. And I would like to use my intellect to make an intimidation roll.
How
You can do that.
how does Chester look externally as he's doing this?
He looks very calm.
There is
with a
no
little constipated.
Now question, can I make an opposing intimidation check?
That doesn't matter, I got a 7.
You would need to make a wisdom save against a DC 7.
Okay.
I just make...
No.
The threat doesn't. phase
Here's
you.
the thing. As Nile starts to walk back to Tanner, on his shoulder, you just see Bruno start to smack his rear end in mockery.
I make mental note of it. I make an about face. Are the lot of you coming or not?
I think I'm gonna head back.
The amnesiac is an amnesiac, but they do have a point. I think it probably would be best if we rested.
I don't feel so good myself.
I know I don't really have the best memory, but my instincts are telling me something about that way ahead.
Ilaria finishes
I'm
the
gonna listen
cigarette
to that.
and throws it down, stomps on it. It's like, I guess since all the fun's over, yeah, let's go.
Tell you what, you let us live, I'll play a game of poker.
I'll take you up on that. I'll even use my non-magic deck.
Chester is actually just going to take a brief inhale and exhale. And Nihilus,
Yes.
for what it's worth, I am sorry. I was panicking, and I made a split-second decision. It was not the best, and quite frankly, not the most intelligent. I will admit this. But please, from this point forward, if something like this comes up, consult the group, and if we don't all come to the same conclusion, let's avoid risking people's lives. Okay?
Before I answer, did you say anything specific with the dissonant whispers?
No, it was just
He messages you in your head.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm imagining it's just a bunch of
it
like you're trying to call a
basically-
cat.
Just,
It
oh
was-
shit!
It was basically how do I put this? It was a language you did not understand, nor do you feel like Chester understands it.
For a non-canon, I keep thinking back to the episode of Adventure Time where Finn is just screaming Alvin's hot juice box. Just to deter. But in hearing this and in hearing the apology, I'm going to turn back to Chester and go, well, I will admit, the plan was more for fun rather than the desired outcome, which was to see if there were any treasures, and I will admit, if Tanner had spoken up earlier, I would not have gone through with the plan to the amount and degree that was done. But let me make it to you this one very specific thing. You can dismember my arms. You can gore me all you want. You can entrap my mind in a parallel universe in a dimensional door where it's just nothing but raiding flaming hot chips. But if you so happen to have one little thing on Bruno, the abyss won't be something that many see as a darkness. It'll be a comfort.
Valeria hears this and kind of just sort of quips, I didn't realize you were that kinky, and then just starts walking south.
Ah. Chester, as you finish, just kind of holds up his hand. No intimidation is needed. Believe me, I would never hurt them.
It's a shame that individuals like us that delve more into shady and lucrative means have to do these kinds of things to each other. So, would you say we should have a truce not to do anything too dark arts to each other? Probably it'd be best if we weren't dead in this cavern, not by explosions.
Walks right up to you and offers his hand for a handshake. Not only that, but in all honesty, don't tell the others this, but I've taken a liking to you all.
I can't really say the same about some Angus, but
What do you mean by that?
He's right.
I was gonna say you don't hear this, but you're standing right there.
Yeah.
but
Say what?
not even missing a beat, completely ignoring Angus for for the second being. Goes, but it is nice to see someone else who, in a way, understands parts of what I have gone through myself. Not necessarily in... And he takes his left hand and gestures to his eye to kind of metaphorically point at your eye. And then he points towards the hand. And you get a good look at what his left hand actually is. Like, the crystals are shattered, sharp fragments and chunks are just deeply embedded within Nihilus's left hand. And then he just crushes it back down and with a deep sigh goes, so, should we rest?
Rest sounds nice. After all, I've used a lot of abilities, and I'm hungry.
Good. And then Nihilus turns over to Angus and goes, we're resting, you bovinistic buffoon. Let's get going.
You know, sometimes I'm starting to feel like, you don't actually like me all that much.
No, what gave it?
God, I love Angus so fucking much. I love him
non-canon.
so much.
Non-canon. No, what gave it away?
Can I
But luckily, I know better. I know how much you care.
roll to see if these things are edible?
Oh my god. Can you roll to see if these things are edible?
Tanner?
These
Okay.
things.
Go ahead.
What are you doing?
For that instance, nature or survival. Your decision. You get a moment.
Damn, nice.
You look at them. I mean, if the poison is cooked out of them, yes. They could be edible.
I'm just like I know Illyria is like staring at me and it's like, what the hell are you doing? Then Tanner just picks up one of the mushroom corpses,
Yep.
tucks it under their arm, and keeps walking.
Yep.
I would also like to make a point that I want to harvest more poison.
Okay.
I was planning on doing that earlier.
Doesn't appear that you can harvest poison from the sprouts.
So these things no go.
Correct. But there is the thing that surprised you. Well, not surprised you, surprised you.
Acid poison.
Actually, that being said, can I also attempt to collect some poison with Chester?
You'd be able to assist him on that plant, yeah.
Okay, cool. What role would that be?
It depends. I don't know what he's.
Well, I was gonna say you could just give me straight advantage. So
That is fair.
Or if you want to do something of your own, you can roll separately.
What about medicine?
I don't like medicine.
Ah! I took the nat one. I took the nat one. You got this.
oh dear.
Shit.
God, would there be any int-based things I can use for this?
Nature.
Oh, is nature int-based? It is. All right, let's see how much not being proficient fucks me.
Yes!
30-20, finally.
Fuck yeah.
So with Nihilus coming over, he's like, well, it's definitely a plant. You kind of like pick up it because it is kind of like an elongated neck with a flower at the edge of it, and you pick it up and just kind of like look it over, get a very understanding of what it is. Can it move? Yes, it can. How does it move? What the functions? So on different things and like that. You realize that there is a sac, like a bulb essentially, that does exist within its stem, and for each time something non-elemental or non-magical hits it, it fills it with poison. You feel that each, mechanically, bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage increases the amount of damage that the acid does when it ruptures. first thing you notice. Secondly, this thing no longer has any poison to give you. If you find another one, you have other ways that you could possibly deal with it. So if you don't deal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage to it, it doesn't gain that undeath ability. And you could possibly extract that poison, which is pretty potent. You also notice that it still, even while dead, has a single root that goes under the ground, and it actually looks like it's embedded into a chest, into the chest that's there.
Can I cut this root?
Yes. Sheep.
I do keep an ear out for anything. Does anything sound like something got tripped?
Nope. Though you do notice the lock crumble away.
His head hangs low. Well, a handy bit of information at the very least. So, cut the stems, opens the thing. But, I am to presume that A, we're going to find more, B, these things, and he's going to hold up the bulb and just kind of regurgitate that information.
Mm-hmm.
So, I suggest any elementalists handle this one, and as he is stating this, I will go ahead and use however many charges you want me to use of my message to mirror what I am saying to these two.
It's fine. As a cantrip, I'm not going to make you, like, go catatonic for a cantrip.
It's technically an item with charges.
Gotcha. Messaging it to the other two? Yeah, that's quick. It's 2 charges. It's not a problem.
2 charges, gotcha, okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, you both hear in your head that, the flower has these capabilities.
What if we just asked for the poison?
Now,
Surprised he heard that. Or I'm surprised they heard that.
Dog ears.
Oh, I not have access to that information. Oh yeah, that was just. Like I said, never mind.
Yeah, that was
Never mind.
me giving you all that. But he would also follow up with, not to mention, I think almost every single time you've talked to these plants, they've turned on you, except for one, and then they were immediately attacked by somebody else and destroyed.
Pretty sure it's happened at least twice.
I'm going to go eat now.
Alright. You guys make your way
it's on
back.
me.
He said that out loud. That was not a narration.
Okay. So you guys make your way
I
back.
feel like
to...
you would say that, like, as you see Tanner walking away with this giant mushroom tucked under their arm.
So you make your way back to the previous area where Jet and High Roller are just like, what the fuck happened to you guys? And
Was,
Yes.
that's where we'll end the session.
Okay, now
Hearing Chester say yes, Alara's just like, yes.
yeah. Quick question on the rule 20 where it says like class and level.
Yeah.
It says next to, at least for me, the Great Ones Warlock 2, there's a little picture of an anvil and a hammer, and if I hover over it, it says character mancer level up. What does that mean?
Just ignore the character mancer.
Okay,
Don't use
gotcha.
If you're using non-homebrew stuff, the character mancer is a way to automatically level up your character. But with the use of homebrew, it breaks it completely.
Okay, that is fair enough.
Yeah.
But basically, what
I
you
will
would
not
do
click
is
that.
if someone said, if your GM said, "Oh, you level up this turn," you would click that button and it would automatically do everything for you.